Hello everybody, how are you today? How's life? Happy Monday to everybody. I want to talk to you today about the Wheel of Life balance. I really credit this Wheel of Life as one of the fundamental tools for when I was trying to change my life, for when I went from just totally broke and homeless, having nothing, to being a pretty successful CEO. The first thing you have to do when you decide to change, and you know, I've had people say to me, well, how do I know when it's time to change? Well, first of all, you know or you don't know, but you will never change until the pain is greater than the pleasure. We as humans, we respond to two things, pain or pleasure. And sure, there might be a lot of pain in being overweight. When I was 80 pounds heavier, there's a lot of pain in being overweight, but those chocolate chip cookies were damn good. So I was getting the pleasure from the chocolate chip cookies versus the pain of the weight. So you're not going to change anything in your life until the pain is greater than the pleasure. So for me, it was not everything, wasn't being broke, it wasn't being homeless, it wasn't not being able to keep a job, it wasn't any of that. It was completely and totally a speeding ticket, because I couldn't pay a $100 speeding ticket. I was married by this time, I have a child, and my life is still a train wreck. I'm a parent and I'm a train wreck. That was the pain point for me. So when I found this life wheel of balance, when I found it, it really helped me put things in perspective. It's 10 pages. If you want it, give me your email. I'd be happy to email it over to you, or you can, well, right now I guess you have to email it for me because I don't have it set up yet. You can email, but you go, the very first thing you do is you go to the wheel of balance and you check out how you are. You know, where are you physically? When I did this the first time, I was probably 235 pounds. So I was a little chubby. So you look at your family, your mental, your financial. Financially, I was making a little under $10 an hour as a nurse's aide. Spiritually, at this point, I'd pretty much turned my back on religion and God, because I figured, how could my life be like this if there is a God? Now, of course, I have since learned that we choose our life and everything that we get with it. So I'm able to look at things much more, much better than when I looked at it before. You look at your career. I had a college degree and I was a nursing assistant. There's nothing wrong with being a nursing assistant, but my degree was in business and marketing. I was totally underachieving. And then personal. And you look at each category and you see which one are you really unbalanced in? Because that's the most important thing. Which category are you really off? And for me, it was physically. I mean, come on, 235 pounds? I'm only 5'4". Although when I joined the military, I became 5'5". I don't know how that happened, but I love that. I still like to own my extra inch they gave me. But you go through and you just kind of look at how you are in each category, and then you pick the one that's the lowest. I mean, for me, it was actually spiritual, because I really had to think, do I believe in nothing? So that was the first one I went after. And I look at this, I still look at it. In fact, when I was talking to somebody about it last week, I pulled it out and kind of gauged myself and thought, you know, physically I'm probably still not. I could still, you know, lose 40 more pounds. Spiritually, I give myself a 10. But the point is, you get this and you start looking through where you're at, and then you decide, what do you want to change first? And I always tell people, start with the small change. You know, when you sit down and you want to lose 80, 90, 100 pounds, in my case, you don't say, I want to lose 100 pounds, because that's like, holy crap, that's a lot of weight. I can't do that. But if you say, you know what, I just want to lose 5 pounds. Just start small and get the easy wins. You know, don't even say I want to lose weight. I'm just going to start walking 10 minutes a day. You know, or I've got a Fitbit, I'll start walking, you know, I'll get 1,000 steps a day. Just baby steps. Because when you do baby steps and you get those early wins, you're like, I can do this. You develop a belief in yourself. And you have to have that self-belief, because it doesn't matter what everybody around you is telling you. It doesn't matter all the white noise out there or the negativity that people are telling you. It matters what you think here. Because at the end of the day, it's your voice that you wake up to, and it's your voice that you go to sleep with. So if your voice you wake up to in the morning is like, man, this is Monday and I am loving it. Today is a great day filled with love and gold dust. Then that's my day. It's going to be filled with love and gold dust. If you wake up in the morning and say, oh, frick, it's Monday, oh, how many more days till the weekend, how many more days till Labor Day, when's it 5 o'clock, when's it lunchtime, then that's the kind of day you're going to have. You determine, up here, you determine what kind of day you're going to have and what kind of life you're going to have. But the first thing you got to do is figure out how balanced you are. Because you may think you're totally balanced and locked in, and you're going to do this and be like, nope. And then there's also a little checklist to ask, you know, the kind of questions that will the questions that will cue you on questions to ask yourself. So you don't just look at the wheel and say, well, let me see, physically I'm doing good, family I'm doing good. This way it kind of gives you stuff to look at, and how are you thinking about this and how are you thinking about that. I mean, if you're looking at financials, do you have money in the stock market? Do you have money, do you have your IRA? Do you have retirement? Do you have money in the bank? Where they say you should have enough in your savings account to cover 2 months living expenses, 3 months. Do you have that? So it just kind of gives you some good stuff to ponder. And kind of a sidebar, if you're in the stock market, stay, because as we head towards, whether we head towards a recession or not, and the indicators are there that we might be slowly sneaking up to one, you want to stay in the stock market when things don't go well. Because things that go down go back up, and if you catch them on whoosh, way up, it's always a win. So, and also look at other markets too. A little stock tip there. So just kind of check out where you're at in each category, how you feel about it. How do you feel about your family? Are you happily married? Not happily married? Are you divorced? If you're divorced, are you happy about it? Are you dating? How are your kids? Do you spend one-on-one time with each kid? All those kind of questions, and it just really will help focus you. I think in order to change, in order to transform your life, you have to be able to focus. As I said earlier, you got to be able to focus just on one area, because otherwise you'll get too much going, and you'll quit because it's just too much. I mean, that was when I was really trying to change my life. That was one of my problems. Is my life was such a train wreck that it was too much. But when I was able to just focus on one thing, today we're just going to focus on weight, and then we're going to focus on career, then we're going to focus on family and mental. Although I got to say to toot my own horn, I've always had a 9 or a 10 in family. I got to give myself that one. I am locked in on love being married, love having one child. If I would have had more than one, I think it would have been a bit too much. But I'm one of those crazy people that love being married. So, and I never thought I would. Anyway, so if you have any questions, let me know. Any comments, please write them below. If you're on YouTube, give me a subscribe. Remember what I say, sharing is caring. If you want this, give me your email address. I'd be happy to send it over to you. I'll email it over to you, and also set you up on my email stuff, so as I do updates and that, you can also get linked in on that, because I communicate via email as well. And I think that's all I got today. It's a great Monday. It's a wonderful day to be alive. And as I say, I wake up in the morning, I have love and gold dust on my mind. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.